I don't want clever.
Okay, ready?
One, two, three.
I don't want to work.
Now can we have a wild one now?
Oh yeah, she's so cute, girly. What about one now?
Someone to talk to.
Smile.
Just the way you are.
Have a drink. We need to do it.
I want you the way
Excuse me. Hold on. Can we get one more?
It happened, Stuart. Press it again.
Annie, I want one of your stockings to be sexy than mine. Oh, shit.
Hurry up.
You see my top?
Okay.
Oh, hang on, not that side of my nose. Who's taking a picture?
You know who you are, Brad.
Oh, you're not precise. It's only going to be filmed for one.
Sick ride. Eating food.
Did you see a bouquet hit my nose?
Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Tanya, do the can-can. Do the can-can. Can we do all the girls now? Coming in close now. Can you put your hand on your hip now? Yeah. Yeah, do that. Hang on. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Lovely. Gorgeous. Stay there now. Hold on to it. Put your legs one. No, the other side. Carry it. That's it.
Everything I would like to be, I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings.
Now, can you just you on your own? You must sit on there. Remember what you did in the bed?
I have appeared to go
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
but
Okay, one. Nice cheeky smile. 1, 2. Your mouth on the shoulders.
I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I
Ready? 1, 2.
I would be nothing without you.
Relax your hands.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
1, 3. Stick your feet together. Let's lift it
You're
higher.
everything
1, and just
I
press
wish
shoulder.
I
1, 2.
could be. I could fly higher than an eagle.
Blink them.
You are the wind beneath
And now what you're going to do now is you're going to swing really hard so that your legs go up in the air. So on to in. You'll have to do it. 2. Brilliant. Really good.
You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Oh, night I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings.
I'm going to put your nose down. Ignore that one. That's good.
You are the wind.
Nice smile at each other.
beneath my
And now a really big, same thing, but really big laugh. Lovely. Gorgeous that. Beautiful. Can you feel? Now, if there's something that what you want to do.
Ready? This looks interesting, doesn't it?
Oh no!
You're getting undressed.
Ready?
Yeah. Hang on, you're not on the... yeah, I'll moment. Yeah. That's it. Okay, you in? Right. Hang on, one more time. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. My heel is breaking the grass.
You're right.
That's the problem, it's your heels.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Go. Ta-da! Quick! Oh my god, if I just...
Just step in close. And you're going to have to just walk over that way a bit. What you're going to do is on the bridge,
Oh, this is the game.
3.
God, hold my chin.
No, cheek to cheek. Oh, we do that. That is one. Ready, 1.
Sometimes I don't
I know to get to
what I will find.
Carrie's talking which way up they actually go.
Just bend forward slightly, Sonny. If you just bend forward slightly, like
Feels so right,
ready,
so warm and true. I need to know if you feel it too. Maybe I'm wrong. Won't you tell me if I'm coming on too strong? This heart of mine has been hurt before. This time I wanna be sure. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting for a girl like you who loves and will survive. I've been waiting for someone new to make me feel
Have your look at me.
alive.
And then
Yeah,
1,
waiting
2, 3.
for a girl like you to come into my
Right,
life.
check you in now.
So good. We make love, it's
I've been given the honour of being the chairperson. My name is Harold Seaberg and I am the brother-in-law of Hazel and Ivor. Exactly. Silence.
Everybody has a cross in their hand.
Only one. Would you please be upstanding to receive the bride and groom, Dory and Tanya. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated a moment.
Are you impressed? Do you remember you saw my list? Do you remember you sat in my kitchen and you went, vodka and Diet Coke, was that for us? And I went,
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה לכבודו. אמן. שהכל ברא לכבודו.
Yaniv, next.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, יוצר האדם.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר יצר את האדם בצלמו, בצלם דמותו, והתקין ממנו בניין עלי עד. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר האדם. אמן.
סוף תסיק ותיגע להכרה, קיבוץ בניה לתוכה בשמחה. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח ציון ובניה. אמן.
שמח תשמח חיים האהובים, כי שמחך יצרך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה, חתן וכלה, גינה רינה, דיצה וחדווה, אהבה ואחווה ושלום ורעות. מהרה השם אלוהינו יישמע, מהרה אדוני אלוהינו יישמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים. כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים ממשתי נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם הכלה.
אמן. הופה.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
Is that mine? Yeah. Oh yeah, good. Let me up. Do I stand up?
No, you all over the skirt. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are now going to be two toasts. The first, we will just toast. The second, we're going to attempt to sing. And the first one, if you would be upstanding, is the loyal toast, which is the Queen, the Duke of Lancaster. Queen, the Duke of Lancaster. While we are standing, the second toast, the President and the State of Israel. Somebody lead. President of the State of Israel.
President of the State of Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next person I would like to introduce will not speak, but has decided to put his words into a song. You heard him earlier today. It's Tanya's brother Mark. Mark.
This is one of Tanya's favourite songs from a long time ago. And Dory's. Isn't it? It is. You do like it. It is now. Yes. Oh, and Nana's. Nana likes it too.
And your mum.
And my mum.
And your mum.
Okay.
Love changes everything. Hands and faces, earth and sky. Love changes everything. How you live and how you die. Love can make the summer fly, or a night seem like a lifetime. Yes, love changes everything. Now he trembles at her name. Nothing in the world will ever be the same. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more. Love changes everything. Pain is deeper than before. Love will turn your world around, and that world will last forever. Yes, love changes everything, brings you glory, brings you shame. Nothing in the world will ever be the same. Off into the world they go, planning futures, shaping years. Love bursts in and suddenly all their wisdom disappears. Love makes fools of everyone. All the rules we make are broken. Yes, love changes everyone. Live or perish in its flame. Love will never, never let you be the same. Love will never, never let you be the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that, the next speaker, I feel sorry for. It's his father, Ivor.
Do a song in A flat.
I'd rather sing it.
That's his name.
I'm going to have to put the glasses on because I did prepare something earlier. Well, the Rabbonim have gone, so I can't say Reverend Gentleman, Rabbi Gollum Mallet.
But you can't tell dirty jokes.
I can't tell dirty
No, you
jokes.
can't.
Being asked to propose a toast to the bride and groom at any function is very nice, but for your daughter, and it's something very, very special. I'm certainly not going to make a long speech, although the paper is in A4 and there are 2 sheets. You know, after a very sort of short courtship of 14 and a half years, Tanya and Dory finally decided to tie the knot, and needless to say, Hazel and I are very, very proud and happy parents and parents-in-law, and we have utter confidence that both Tanya and Dory have chosen their ideal partners. They are undoubtedly soulmates and certainly compatible in both intellect and in humour. Tanya, a real tomboy in her early years, as I'm sure some of her friends will testify, has blossomed into a very feminine and strong-willed woman, successful in her career, as well as in her personal life. Tanya has given and continues to give both Hazel and myself a great deal of happiness, and I'm sure she will continue to bestow that same happiness on Dory. However, at school, Tanya was very talkative and disruptive, as most of her school reports will testify, and some of her friends, I'm sure, will equally do so. She was in fact sometimes called Motormouth by some of her colleagues. Things haven't changed much, as the only difference nowadays is that what she says is rather more constructive and makes pretty good sense. Apart from cutting chunks from her hair, setting fire to lampshades, cutting up the shower curtain, pushing a tree trunk through the kitchen window.
With Mark's help, actually.
With the help of her brother, and throwing the occasional tantrum.
Not including today.
Tanya is our perfect daughter, and I cannot stress how proud we are to see her looking so radiant today. Together with her brother Mark, Tanya has shown both Hazel and myself much nachas over the years, not so much as today, as when we saw her under the chuppah and enjoyed Mark's rendering of This Is the Moment. We're pleased to see Nana, Tanya's maternal grandmother, here, and looking lovely as ever. And we look forward to seeing her at many, many future simchas. We're only sorry that Tanya's maternal grandfather and her paternal grandparents, that is my father and mother, are not here to really enjoy this simcha. They would have been so proud. In Dory we found an equally perfect son-in-law and are pleased and proud to welcome him into the Joseph family. If only to fix my computer when it crashes. In the time we've known him, we've grown very fond of him, and we appreciate the steady influence which he has had on Tanya. I think he's installed some very, very special software, which don't really know.
Hasn't he just? It wasn't soft.
We would also like to welcome Dory's family into our newly extended family. Our Mechuten, Avi and Rivka, together with all the brothers and sisters who've travelled a long way to enjoy this simcha. We really welcome you into our family and hope I'm sure you're all as pleased and proud as we are to see the two of them here today. Page 2, it's only a little.
That's good, Dad.
We want to welcome the rest of all our guests here today, our friends and family, and we would like to also thank, who is not here to receive the thanks now, Rabbi Golem, Rabbi Malitz, together with my cousin Alan Goodman, who did the chazonis, for their participation in the ceremony. I feel sure that Tanya and Dory look forward to a long and happy future together, and with this in mind I would ask you to please stand, raise your glasses and drink a toast to our bride and groom, Tanya and Dory.
Thank you very much.
Tanya
Thank you very much.
And enjoy the rest of the evening as well. It's brilliant.
I might later.
You've heard of the Rat Pack? They're not here. In their place, we have a group of girls called the Girlies. There is no need to see who they are. You can hear them. And you know whose friends they are. It could only be Tanya's. And to speak, we have Helen, who's come from Cambridge, and Louise, a little bit further, from New York, to be with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Helen and Louise. On the microphone?
No. Oh, they don't read
All of our earliest memories involve Tanya. From that first day as infants. Excuse me.
What do you eat?
A bit of feedback. From that first day as infants, we bonded like glue and remained stuck tight throughout primary, junior and secondary school. We spent so much time together. We became intertwined like sisters. And through the laughter and the tears, we shared our dreams and our fears.
On leaving school, we each went our separate ways, following our own path. But there is something very special about a friendship such as ours, and though the years may have changed us, our friendship remains true. So when we do come back together, we never have to catch up. We just pick up where we left off, fitted together like pieces of a jigsaw.
Although Lou and I have shared memories of us all growing up together, we also have our own, and one of mine is when we played doggy in the dark with our brothers called Mark. Oh, the excitement, as we'd spend hours crawling about on our hands and knees, desperately hoping to be the one to grab the square-shaped head, the one that felt like Brillo. That was the moment when you knew you'd won the ultimate prize, a kiss from Kevin Snyder. But soon, Mum would call us down for tea. The light would come on and the spell would be broken. We'd all get up, our eyes blinking madly, adjusting to the light. Flushed red with excitement, we'd smooth our crumpled hair, run downstairs and take our seats at the pine kitchen table. Each person looking from one to another, everyone wondering what the other person knew. All was soon forgotten as Mum brought in her famous chocolate cake, the one with the chocolatiest flake ever. Our faces beaming, she never suspected a thing.
One of my memories was an event that was just as exciting but not quite as innocent. One Christmas, around the age of 12, we decided that we were short of cash. The two of the girls who were with us, no names mentioned, had an idea and convinced Tan and I that it would be a sure winner. Door-to-door carol singing. What were 4 Jewish girls thinking? So off we went, knocking on doors, singing at the top of our lungs what we could remember of any old Christmas carol. The problem was that most people wanted more than the 2 lines that we knew the words to, and would insist that we continue for a while so they could enjoy the holiday cheer. This promptly put us into a panic as we were banking on the door being opened, greeted with a "how lovely," and then handing over the cash. So at this point we would throw ourselves into a tuneful tra-la-la-la-la. This would leave them disappointed and confused, and a few pennies would be handed over if we were lucky. After doing this for a couple of houses, the Jewish guilt started to set in. So we decided to head off home and help our mums make latkes for Hanukkah.
When our doggy days were done, other obsessions took over our lives. So in the theme of Top of the Pops, a programme we all grew up with, we give you our very own countdown called Tan's Top 10.
And at number 10, the eyeliner. Always black. Not many people know this, maybe even you don't, Dory. But Tan has this amazing talent. She can apply eyeliner in a perfect circle around her whole eye without the use of a mirror. I kid you not. During the 80s, Tan loved soft cell and seemed to have a special affinity with Mark Armand, who was the lead singer. This may have had something to do with her uncanny resemblance to him. Oh my God.
Oh my God, yes,
I don't know if you can tell which one's Mark Armand and which one's Tanya, actually. Take note, the use of black eyeliner helped Tan achieve the Mark Armand look, Phil Oakey look, etc., etc.
At number 9, we have the hair. In school, we'll never forget the anguish as Tan geared herself up for the dreaded haircut. The fear would creep in during the morning, reaching its peak finally just before the lunch bell, when she'd be off like a shot across the playground. The rest of us would sit around eating our sandwiches, taking bets on the scale of the disaster. Just before afternoon bell, I'd go through my usual routine of trying to retrieve my brace, which I'd removed to eat my lunch, and then forgotten about and thrown out with my sandwiches in the bin. Then we'd all rush to the window ledge where we'd sit scanning the horizon until a yell would go up as she was spotted. A small figure cloaked in an anorak, skulking slowly through the now clearing playground. Her face pale and drawn, her cheeks stained red from tears and smudged black eyeliner. She'd stand below us looking up at the window with eyes that said she'd seen too much. We knew then that the news was bad. Afterwards, we'd hear the full horror story of how they'd not listened, how the fringe was too short. What on earth was she going to do with it till it grew back? Then we'd have the post-mortem where hours and days would be spent endlessly dissecting and analysing the situation. All of us desperately trying to pick up the pieces of Tan's crushed ego.
The 80s perm, a Tanya classic. I think we can all remember this one sticking around for a little too long. Tan sometimes adapted this look by taking a section of hair from each side, scrunching it up high on top of her head, which would achieve, hey presto,
oh, you can't.
That's a good I love the eyeliner.
Black eyeliner.
I'm going to kill you.
Tan's hair has been through many phases. The fringe, cutting it off, growing it out. In fact, Tan's fringe is always growing out. More recently, the pin straight look, although this look also has its drawbacks, any hint of climate change and Tan's running for cover.
Thank God we were blessed today.
Yes, we were blessed today. Hair colour. Tan's hair colour also changed pretty regularly. In fact, we reckon that the Shaders and Toners company most likely became an empire due to the amount of products Tan purchased over the years. She must have tried nearly every shade and hue from their range at one time or another. Who could forget such classes as mahogany sideboard brown, bittersweet aubergine, precocious plum, and aggravated auburn.
At number 8, clothes.
Oh no.
Tan's wardrobe consisted of a strange assortment of shapes and colours, none of which had an awful lot to do with style. We hasten to add at this point that this is all in the past tense, and as you can all see, things have dramatically improved. But back then, if Tan discovered an outfit she liked, that was it. You'd better learn to love it too, because she was going to wear it to death. Some classic Tan favourites we remember are the grey sack dress. We think this was handed down from a cousin who can't have liked Tan very much. It was grey, unlined, shapeless, well, grey. A utility dress, which was sort of lemon or blue, we can't remember. And a sweater dress. The memories of this one are hazy, but it was definitely bright green, shapeless, obviously made from some sort of coarse material, the like of which we've never seen since. An astroturf sort of comes to mind.
Oh no.
As you can see, this one did eventually take off Tan in the dog world. Dog fashion.